out there. Thanks everyone for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Hey, I hear there's some problems out there logging in. Cloudflare is having troubles, and I guess that's one of the things that can go wrong with the tech world, isn't it? There's actually a lot of little parts in it. So they're working on it. I'm pretty sure. So we'll get her done. Say good morning, Chip. Hey, Gold. How you guys doing? Hey, Mike. Ed, good morning. You're here early this morning. You were late yesterday. No, Ed didn't have electricity yesterday, so I better say that before he throws something at me or kicks me out. Okay, let's. Oh yeah, let me do this real quick. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here. There it is. I also want to share with everybody that we have our Black Friday running right now, and it's members can participate. So if you can get a better deal as a member, then hey, I would go for it if I was you. So what it is you buy a year, and it's for I don't know, like $965, 69 or something like that, and you get 6 months on top of that free. Okay, so what we'll do is if you're a member, what happens, you just finish out whatever you have, and then this will just extend it. So if you say you have a quarterly membership, if your quarter is over at the end of this month, then this will just pick it up, and you'll have a membership for 18 months. Okay, so it's available to the public and to members as well. Thank you very much for listening to me throw out that great big sales pitch. All right, now let's fix this right here. Let's do that. Let's go back over here and say good morning to the folks over there in, I don't know what you call that, our social side. Hey, I see somebody from Facebook is here, Daryl. YouTube by and large controls this. I mean, the most people that log in are from YouTube. So when I see some from Facebook or X, man, thanks for being here. Let me know that it actually works. So appreciate it. Okay, everybody, let's talk about the market here. And the bears are still alive. They are still kicking. They are still around, and they're a pain in my ass. I'll tell you that right now. But hey, we've got to learn to get along with them, right? Kind of like the world should be. Let's just all get along. So let's look at this. Number one, let's follow the chart. That is number one. So, everybody has their own way of doing that, and I do it very simple. Some of you, you're tired of hearing this. I'm sorry, but there may be somebody here that doesn't know. Just simply follow those red dots. That red dot is my main trend line. I trade around that. I trade above it. I trade below it, but it's always around that area right there. So you can see that we're clearly in a downtrend now, right? Based on those red dots. If you want to draw a trend line on candlesticks, you can do that too. We're going to get to the same little grocery store down here. Okay. Same little ice cream store, same way. Mine, my trend is already on my charts. Pretty simple. And then I look at that black line there, and that's the 8 EMA. And when the 8 EMA is below those red dots, bears have control. When that 8 EMA is above the green dots, the bulls have control. Pretty simple, really is. We've thrown a wrench into this little party with the 50 period moving average, and we're now below that. That's not good. That's not good at all. One thing that's making me kind of chipper this morning, and that chipperness can be crushed in an instant, is that we are stopping here pre-market with the lows of whatever day that was, the 7th down here. So we could, it's possible, we put in this double bottom and we start moving up. And if that's the case, then what we're going to have to do is, I think that's too much. I had a trend line drawn like this high and this high, and that's where I'm going to keep it. Because if we do start up, that is the line that I would be concerned with. We break out of that one, then we can put another one. But I think we should put this one in first, and let's see if we can get through that. That would also be getting through just about the 50 period moving average, and that would be great. Okay, that was maybe the good news. Now the bad news. I've added a new moving average here, members. I put the 100 SMA in here, and I did that so that because it's a very valid target. A lot of charts are down there. I was flipping through some charts, and a lot of charts have come down to that 100, and that's just about halfway. In this case, not all cases, but in this case, it's about halfway between the 50 simple and our dotted deuce right up here, our modified 200. So it kind of splits that difference, but that is a viable target there. That also, if you'll notice, if we take the low of whatever day that was back there, that's also matches up. So that makes for that a pretty good target. So we could see price on the SPY here move down to 652. And then I hate to say it, I really, really do. But if things get real ugly, there's a chance we get down to that 610 mark, 611, 610, basically the 200 period moving average. So be very careful. If you're holding stocks on hope, long stocks on hope, hope will get crushed if we move down there. So sometimes you just have to kick the little boogers out of there and just pick yourself up. Okay, so be very careful. Yesterday, I went long some TZA, and that looks like it's up, and you can see it's bumping against that 100 right here. And I also went long some SQQQ, and that's looking pretty good. So if the IWM or the Qs move down anymore, then that's gonna make those pay right there. Let's go take a look at a few things like Google, some of the big boys. Could Google help us out today? It could. Google could. Let's see if it keeps running. Google breaks out here right now. I see a target of 298 and then up here at about 304. Apple, I am currently holding Apple. So I would really like it to push to the upside. I'm still looking for targets up there, but it may dip a little bit more here on Apple. Take NVIDIA. I think it's absolutely pitiful, and it's just a doggone shame that this market is being held hostage by NVIDIA right now, and I think that's what's happening. The whole market, all the people, all the traders, everybody in the market, they're waiting for NVIDIA earnings. I did a little looking at NVIDIA, and if you just go by their record, NVIDIA should report good, but you can't bet on that. So unfortunately, the market's going to be a little bit wacko until NVIDIA reports. And if NVIDIA reports poorly and actually moves down, two things are going to happen. The market is probably going to move down. And the second thing is everybody and their brother is going to start watching NVIDIA to pick up some bottom on it, some bottom picking down here. Where that may be, I don't know. There'll be a lot of buyers just as it goes down. But somewhere when it finds the bottom, if it does do that, everybody will be buying it. That'll help the market right there. So keep your eyes on NVIDIA. Meta, I want to talk about Meta because Meta is one of these stocks that I am going to go after. And this is a champion stock to me. Champion stock is simply a stock that is super quality, super stable, has, I think, a 99.99% chance of not only picking itself up, but breaking out of these highs. So I'm going to be looking at Meta pretty close. Right here, right there is the 500 period moving average. And that's what I'm kind of looking at. Now, just because it hits that 500 doesn't mean I'm going to buy it. I'm going to wait till we get a buy signal. My buy signal is when price moves up over the trend indicator. Could be on another time frame. So I might not wait for the daily. I might use an hourly, 10-minute, 15-minute. That's how I'm going to start the trade. If the trade continues to work and moves up where we cross over the daily, then I'll switch to using the daily chart. but I will kick this off probably using an intraday chart. The same rules, same logic. Price needs to be over the trend indicator. T-line needs to be over the trend indicator. Nothing changes there. That's a very solid way to trade. I think everybody in the room knows it. Not everybody uses it, but you know that it works. So anyway, that's what I'm going to waiting for with NVIDIA. Take a look at SMH. We're down to 50-period moving average. I still think we move down a little bit here at around 327 on SMH, especially if there's any weakness in, say, NVIDIA today or any of those big chip makers. Any kind of weakness, it's going to draw that SMH down a little bit. Tesla is another one that I'm looking to buy, and which I'll buy. TSLL is what I'm going to buy, not Tesla, but they're the same thing, only different. So I'm going to wait for the right time. And anybody that's been trading any length at all, you know that, trying to buy this bottom, all you're doing is you're buying and you're just going to sell up here. That's what buyers do at the bottom, because you know that as it moves up, at some point, it's going to move down. And that's how a bottom is formed. After you have a move down like this, fairly substantial, a bottom needs to be formed. So a low to a high, to a higher low, to a higher high. And then right there, that becomes the tradable bottom. So let's just say, example, is that the high? It could be, yeah. So we've got a low, we've got a high. Now we need to see a higher low, wherever it is. It could even be a double bottom. And then when it comes back up over that line right there, that's the tradable bottom. That's where the buy starts. Now, I know traders tend to be early birds, so there'll be a lot of buying going on early. I, for one, probably will too. But this is the floor. You've got to get through that before this chart can go anywhere. So let's keep our eyes on Tesla. PLTR. That's not looking too good, but I sure do want in it. I'm still holding some, what is it, PITR, the single stock ETF. And yeah. So at some point, this thing will get kicked off. This is one of those champion stocks that I think can make you just tons and tons of money if the timing is right. Be patient, wait for the setup. Don't get in too early. Allow the chart pattern and the candle stay, okay, this is it. And remember, the market has got to be on our side as well. AIYT, well, we put some legs in there yesterday. We're opening up midway. That really doesn't mean anything right now. But if it could climb back up, that would. But right now, I would have to say the sellers are in charge. And why is that? Well, let's get rid of all this. And let's do this. Price right here is below the 8 EMA, and the 8 EMA is below the trend indicator. A very easy way to determine whether buyers are in the chart or sellers are in the chart. Very, very simple. Take a look at Amazon. Amazon's one that I want to buy. Amazon is one that I think goes higher. We'll use 300. I think it goes to 300 minimum, and then even higher from that. And this right here, to me, is opportunity. But timing is important. You have to wait till the buyers start stepping in. And I say have to, and here's why. Okay, so let's just say you buy it right there. Okay, and then it moves down further. All right. So now what happens is you sell it because you can't stand it anymore. You can't handle the pain. Well, I probably used the whole wrong color combination here. So you sell it because there's too much pain, and that's just the time the buyers start picking it up. So rather than go through all of that, how about let's bypass that? How about let's buy losing money on it? Let's skip that. What do you guys say? You think that's a good idea? Let's skip it. and wait till the buyers step in. So what might that look like? Well, let's just assume we go down further, okay? And now, I don't know. I mean, everybody on signals. Maybe we get a hammer. Um, maybe we get a bullish piercing candle on that candle. Maybe we get an absolute bullish engulf. Wait for those things. The absolute bottom just doesn't work out. So then we'll let it rip and make some money there. Okay. One last one. Microsoft here. Microsoft. There we go. Microsoft, like we're still headed down here to buy 200 period moving average or the dotted deuce chart clearly points to that. Looks like we're headed that way. Should do all right in it. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Wow, we have a good crowd. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger over there in the social side. Thanks for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. In the house. Good morning. Good morning. CNC long. Yeah, let's talk about that. I'm currently long CNC myself, and I think that's a pretty nice chart. With all the ugliness going in the market, I think we held up very well here at CNC. So this is a rounded bottom breakout. The first target that I'm going to look at right here, which I do not plan to sell it. But we've got to get through that modified 200 right here, the dotted deuce. And then there's a little bit of a line right there. And that's between the 200 period moving average and the dotted deuce. And then this is the number one target, not necessarily meant to sell. And I may not on this one. And this is also the 50% retracement area right up here. So from here up, that's about 25, 26%. But it may have a future even above that 200 period moving average. So right now I'm thinking CNC is looking pretty good. It's a nice looking 3/8 trap right now. So I'm hanging with it. Let's see. I like it above 39. Is that what you said? Let's see. Let's above 39. Oh, yeah. Above that high. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Above 39. So above these highs over here, absolutely. And that would be above the dotted deuce. And that almost above that red dotted line, that almost clinches the 200. Unless the market just gets, crazy upside down. So I've got a real dry throat today. Let's see, what else do we have over here? What are the dots? The dots. Oh, the green and red dots. That is my trading trend. We call that the trendicator. All it is the 17 EMA. And you can do that with any moving average you want. I use TC 2000. Unless somebody tells me different, you've got to have TC 2000 to turn them red and green. Maybe somebody's created a code for Thinkorswim possibly or something else. If you do, if you could share it, that'd be great. But all it is 17. You can use the 20, the 21, any moving average you want. With TC 2000, you can just add a little something to it to make it turn red when price is underneath it and then green when price is over it. Okay. So if you have TC 2000, I can show you how to do that. I can't do it live this morning, but I could show you how to do it. We'll figure it out. Let's see, what do we have here? Thank you. Thanks, Tex, for answering that. UNH short. UNH short. Yes. Yeah, we start moving back below the I guess that's my 100 that I put up. Yeah. That would be a nice little short. And we've got a gap down here to fill at 275.65. So I absolutely see that as a possible short there. Thank you for sharing that one. I didn't see that this morning. Thank you. Hey, good morning, Julie. I see you over there. Everyone else, you don't have a face, just a name or a letter next to you. So let's see, SLV long. Let's take a look. SLV long. Yeah, yeah. I see that a little bit. Yeah. Um, it certainly would. I'm going to move that green line there. It certainly would be a good entry here based on risk reward, no doubt about it. Because if we if it moved down and turned that red, I'd want to be out of it. That's one of the beauties of, hey, you're there too in two places. you it would turn the dot red and I wouldn't want it then. So you can see that the risk is really, really low. Of course, if it starts moving up, and you got to love the chart. Here we are up and back. We've got a gap over here. So I'm going to call this a gap and trap. And we start moving up, man, this thing could really start to rock up a little bit. So I get why you're looking at it. Just keep that stop in there, okay? But I absolutely get why you're looking at it. Looks good. And somebody, I heard this morning that UPP was down a little bit, not so much. So as long as the dollar continues to actually rise, it's going to put things like that SLV on the back burner. It's going to keep them squatted down. But at some point, when the dollar starts to weaken, gold, silver will start moving back up. So as you're watching silver, take a look at UUP every now and then and see what it's doing. Because if it's rising, silver and gold is not gonna do all great. Okay. Let's see here. I'm looking at XEL this morning. Okay, XEL. I would too. Look at that. Yes, I would too. I personally, it's a buy. So you can clearly see that we're breaking out right here. I love this kind of chart, and I love the chart that's like a gap and a gap and a trap. Okay, and a gap and a trap, which you don't really have a gap over here except that candle right there. And a gap and a trap, all it is a big move up. Two ways I could look for this: a gap and then a trap, or a volume move. This would be a volume move because there's no gap there. And then we come back to a trap. Now, it was in a trap several places over here, but it never got the signal to go. Well, now we're getting that signal to go. So now is time to look at it. I like that. Thank you very much. I think that's a great looking chart. I think it does go higher. Let's do this. Let's take these lows over here. Let's take that high. I don't think I'm going to use that low. That's a crazy low. Right there would be about right there. Yeah. So let's put a line right here because that would be my sweet spot target. And that would be a rally up to that 50% mark right there. And that would be about 3.75% up there. So I like that one. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. Hey, Carmen, sent you an email. I can't log in my member page. Can you check? I can. When I finish here, I sure will. I know there's a problem, Carmen. Cloudflare, is it? Cloudflare is having troubles, and it affects a lot of people. But I know that Ed's on top of it. Okay. Can't log in. All right. We'll see what we can do. Okay. If you guys want to, you can log into Discord. That way we can communicate if you want to do that after this is shut down. All right. So anyone else? Let me look over here. Sonny's looking at NVIDIA short. All right. Hey, Sonny. NVIDIA short. You've got NVIDIA short as a day trade entry 186. So it's going to have to move up a little bit. It could do that to 192 and target 168 down. 168. Holy moly. Take your bigger number. 176. There we go. Yeah, I think that's very. I think you're I mean, I think your plan there is right on. I really do. Um, maybe the entry, um, anything below the 50. I think you've got 186. So I guess we're there. We're pretty much there, aren't we? Yeah. So entry, and then you're looking for it to fall. Probably let's move this up, and then let's put another line in here. Um, we've got this low right here, which you're going to bump into the 100 period moving average. And then we've got the low over here, which you're going to bump into the 100 as well. So right through here will be an area that you're going to have to get through. And what that could do is create a bounce to lift. So, short, manage, maybe even take some profits, watch it come back up, and then that might give you a better entry for that next leg down. Just a possibility. But I hear you on that short. Yeah. Is that the link there? Can I give that link to everybody? I'm going to post a link out here for you. That's the Discord link. If you guys want to join over that, at least I can communicate with you and let you know how it's going. Okay. That's a good idea. Thanks, Sonny. Yeah, that's a great idea. Google, I think we already looked at Google, but Google is still rocking. Google could save us. There's several charts that actually could save us. Really, there is. So anyway, any other charts? Any other questions? Anything? Anybody? Anything? All right. Hey, again, I want to thank everybody, and I do want to remind you, hey, this week is members e-learning. It's not till the day after tomorrow, but that is this week. So plan for that at noon. And remember the Black Friday, the Black Tuesday special. There we go. Black Tuesday special, and that's a Hit Run Candlesticks membership. You buy the year, and I throw in 6 extra months. Okay. You guys all take care. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for everyone's help. And members will see you at the bottom of the hour in about 30 minutes. Okay. You guys all take care. Have a great day. Have a great day. Thanks.